On us, you can. You can depend on us. It's a Super 80s podcast friend. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s podcast friend. We are a TV theme song explorer with one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song. We love them all. We really do. Yeah. And we love you guys. And if you love us, feel free to like and subscribe on all of your digital places where you listen to us. And it makes the algorithms happy, makes the universe happy.
We make people happy in all their digital places.
Yes, we do. By the way, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
And we are happy to have you here with us for episode 42.
Huh? Jackie Robinson.
42 episodes. We like to start out with a beer. Ryan, what you drinking?
Moon Man.
New Glarus.
Yeah, it's good beer.
That's a classic.
Yep.
And I have the Lakefront IPA out of Milwaukee.
Nice.
Fantastic. We've got, last week, I recall, we had Illinois,
Minnesota,
In Wisconsin.
and Wisconsin.
We got a Wisconsin sweep. I'm having Three Sheep's Fresh Coast out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Well done.
All right. Well, cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Chug a lug a
Prost.
little bit of this. Cheers.
Prost.
All right. I know. It's nice to have a little brewski here in the studio.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's time to talk retractions, announcements, anything else like that. Anything from you guys. Our last episode was
Press your luck.
Press Your Luck. Before that was Who's the Boss, and before that was Empty Nest.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Right?
No, I don't have any retractions, no.
Love it.
No.
I've got a couple of things, not too much this week. Last week I had quite a bit. Some stats from our anonymous statistician. I asked him just for some interesting, funny, because he's amazing, right? He crunches numbers really well. I was like, just give me some cool shit. So here's what we got. This is as of Who's the Boss. So
Okay.
this doesn't take into account the Press Your Luck episode. As of Who's the Boss. Total songs, 43, because some have two songs.
Makes sense.
Game shows, 2.
Huh.
Love Connection and something else. Because this is pre-Press Your Luck.
Which I think we talked about during Press Your Luck.
Instrumentals, 12 out of 40.
Whoa,
Yeah.
way more than I thought.
Phil Collins references, 7.
That's less
Less
than I
than
would
I-
have. Less than. We have to bump that up.
Hall of Fame songs, 33. Of those 33, only 20 were unanimous.
Okay.
Wall of Shame, 10. Only 6 were unanimous.
Interesting.
Big Trouble Misters, 11 for me, 11 for Pete, and he wrote, Ryan, 17. What a dick. So 40% of episodes for Ryan are thumbs down.
Yeah.
26 for Pete and I are thumbs down.
Tough critic.
So that's just some really fun, interesting, and wacky stats.
it.
Anonymous statistician, thank you so much. Keep them coming. I find this stuff endlessly fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. It makes it way more fun.
Yep. Guys, I watched an episode of Who's the Boss.
Oh,
I mean,
Nice.
I've watched hundreds of episodes. Of
Yeah.
Who's the Boss. but I watched an episode for the first time in a really long time.
yeah. Do tell.
Man, it's so good. I love that show is just like a warm blanket. I
Yes.
love it. It's
Yes.
fun. It's in every single way good 80s, much like how I found Empty Nest to be, which was a show I had never seen.
Yeah.
Who's the Boss, but even more so.
You just nestled right in, right?
Yeah, everything, and just the lighting in it. Their house is cozy.
Yes.
I love it. So this was season 3 or 4. I forget already.
Okay.
I didn't write it down, but it's Angela's birthday. She's dropping all sorts of hints to remind Tony. Tony obviously knows, but he's playing dumb. Anyway, so that's part of it. But Angela in this episode happens to be talking in her sleep.
Interesting.
Guess what Angela's saying in her sleep?
Something about Tony.
Tony. Tony.
But who's hearing it?
everybody gets out in the. I mean, it's classic '80s.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all in their fucking in their bathrobes.
Yeah, exactly.
And they all come out and they're congregating in the hallways. Angela's moaning the word Tony over and over.
And we're supposed to believe she's dreaming about birthday gifts. Well,
his gift.
yeah.
And it's so ridiculous because Tony hears it first before the whole family does. And this is so freaking 80s. He's heading up to his bedroom in the middle of the night, supposedly, in a robe with a sandwich and a glass of milk. And were people in the 80s just always freaking eating at like 2 a.m?
I see. I was gonna suggest the milk in the middle of the night, and it's just hilarious. Who has ever had a glass of milk in the middle of the night?
Ed Gein.
Heyo.
You are correct, sir. You are correct.
But right, like I could picture any number of 80s TV shows with somebody in the middle of the night having a sandwich and a glass of milk
Yeah.
at 3 a.m, wearing a robe.
Correct.
Yes. Do these people brush their teeth after they take their sandwich, eat it in bed, I presume, cover themselves with crumbs and shit?
Really
and
good
then,
question.
And these robes, it was so
Right.
it was insane. But anyway, so that's kind of the main premise of the show, and I don't want to go in for too long, and I could, but there's a side story. Mona's apartment is getting remodeled in the garage or something, so she and Samantha, Alyssa Milano, have to share a bedroom for a few weeks.
Oh boy.
Okay. Is
And
she
it's-
still bringing home dudes?
It's
Close your eyes, Samantha.
Give me a minute. But it's ridiculous and hilarious. They're wearing curlers together. I mean, it's so
Wonderful.
I wrote here, Angela's hair is like a huge lion mane. It looks like a blend between CeCe DeVille and Adam Curry, former MTV VJ.
Adam Curry, I remember him. Yeah.
So Angela's so embarrassed that she's moaning the word Tony, and she overhears the other people talking about it. She doesn't show up to her. Remember, it's her birthday.
Yeah.
She knows it's her surprise birthday party. She doesn't show up. Tony finds her at a bar on the wrong side of town. She's drinking virgin tequila sunrises. Tony sits down and he says, "What are you doing on this side of town? Mona wouldn't even come to a place like this."
Nice.
Now, this is what I love about a good joke, because the joke's not over. The bartender says, "Mona? You know Mona? Great little hula dancer." Anyway, the show ends with Jonathan's out in the hall, and all of them are talking in their sleep, saying different things. But Mona's thing that she says in her sleep is the funniest. Because the show's a little risque.
Sure.
So, like, Samantha says something about school, Tony's saying something about baseball.
Right.
And Mona says, "Oh, Charlie, I love the way you painted the ceiling."
Outstanding.
I picked a winner, and I'm sure they're not all winners, but it was
Wow.
really good
Wow.
and really fun. I apologize that I'm on a little long for that, but
No.
That's okay.
I was thoroughly into it. Was really funny.
So
And
will you watch another episode?
I will, and like all of us, I have limited time to watch. But if I had all the time in the world, I would.
if you were an unemployed ice cream truck driver,
I would absolutely watch one a day. It's 23 minutes and it's mindless. It would be a good show to watch with a little beer buzz on.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah, please.
I have since that episode, I've become slightly obsessed with the song, like listening to it over and over again. I love the damn theme song. I love it.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yes,
dun, dun.
it's hilarious that you said warm blanket, because that's exactly how I think of the song. It's like a warm blanket. I hear it and I just love it. It's like a nice sweater. I just want to put it on.
It's a great jam.
It's so good. And I even found a clip of, I think, the guy who sang it, like in those, what I consider to be the good years, like those middle years, like seasons 2, 2, 3, 4, something like that. He did a Facebook clip of him just on an acoustic guitar. Like, it must have been like the anniversary of the debut of the show, him playing it.
That's cool.
It's the best 30 seconds of your life. It's so good. So good.
Great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
And the guy still had it. It sounded just like he sang it
love
in
that.
1985. It was outstanding.
You got to send that my way. I want to check that out.
It was wonderful.
Cool. Well, a little Who's the Boss?
Yeah.
Either of you guys get a chance to watch Who's the Boss?
No.
No,
Press
sorry.
your luck?
No.
No. All right.
What is
Pete Square Pegs?
Square
Yeah, I watched
Love it.
Muffy's Bat Mitzvah. It was great.
Oh,
and that's the
yes.
one with the actual
Devo.
Devo's actually on it?
Yeah, and Densmore from The Doors. Although you don't really
God.
see him, he's like he like literally just plays the drums,
With
with the cameras mostly on the lead singer John
that's
Slash.
with the high school band.
Yeah.
So good.
Yep.
I love
So he's like the neighbor in Home Improvement. Like you hear him, he's just over the fence. You never actually see him.
You can see him. He's back there.
Oh.
I don't even think he has any talking parts.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
And how was the episode?
it was good. It was great. I'm not gonna go into the plot line. Well, I will a little bit.
Do you intend to watch every episode of Square Pegs?
like
If
this
I could
question.
find them all,
Yeah.
I would. But they're getting more scarce, and I don't try that hard. It's more like I've got the sink is full of hot water and soap, and I'm getting ready to wash the dishes, and I'm like, oh, I should watch something, and then I'll quickly look on YouTube and then get like 5 videos that are pulled by Sony, and then find one that works,
Right.
and that's worked enough times that I might have ran out my luck.
Well, I was surprised. I found Who's the Boss on YouTube.
Huh.
So I was expecting that copyright notice.
Yeah.
and Easy peasy.
Wow, cool. So what are we doing today?
Oh yeah. Speaking of amazing theme songs like Who's the Boss, let's see if Conky's got an amazing gem for us this week.
I'm sure it's right up there.
Conky, he's been busy lately. He's been doing lots of stuff around the neighborhood. It's spring.
cleaning.
Spring is here, so he's been out there picking up deer poop and
Yep.
cleaning up twigs. He's
Yep.
trimming down stuff that should have been trimmed down maybe in fall. And
Yep.
he's a busy man. But he found some time to come in and pick a song for us and zap some stuff into Pete's brain. Conky, what do you got?
Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is Alien Nation.
What's that now?
Alien Nation.
This is a show?
It is a show.
Alien Nation.
I remember. I didn't watch this show, but I remember the previews creeping me out as a preteen or an early teenager.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Before Conky does his symbiotic dance with Pete, I've got a few, but either of you guys have Alien Nation memories?
I couldn't tell you a specific thing about the plot, but like I can remember they had kind of these bigger heads with
Extended
like
heads.
a pattern on them.
Yeah.
Pattern.
Yeah, like orangish. I'm picturing an
I
orangish,
think
orangish reddish pattern. That's like, tattoo-like looking,
yeah.
birthmark looking.
Huh.
I believe, and we will learn more later, I believe the general premise of the show, and I could, unlike you last week with Press Your Luck, where you actually knew what you're
How
talking about.
tall was the lead character?
But I believe some aliens come to Earth and they end up working in government
Of course.
and maybe law enforcement.
Sure.
And like they wear like suits and stuff like that, and they have families
RoboCop?
and children.
Like RoboCop, or are they disguised as?
No,
humans?
they're not hiding it. It's
Okay.
kind of like the Coneheads on Saturday Night Live.
Where the hell would RoboCop fit into that? He was a person rebuilt as a robot. What the fuck are you talking about?
You got any rebuttal?
No, I think you're right.
So that's like I remember probably watching, I'm assuming this was late 80s, probably watching early Simpsons episodes and previews for this coming on and being like,
Okay.
what the hell is that? So preview memories, for whatever, probably because it seems so freaking weird, definitely stuck in my brain. Maybe I watched an episode or two, but like zero recollection. But I remember, and I think, I don't think there were a ton of them on Earth, and I think like they had wife and kids who like went to school and stuff. I feel like alien kid getting on a school bus. It's all hazy.
I've never heard of this show. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I've got nothing. I've never heard of it.
Well, this will be a quick recap before we hand the reins over to Engineer Pete. Engineer Pete, before we send Conky to zap your hinder, any...
I do like that. By the way, hinder's a great word.
It is a great
Yeah,
word.
it's a great word.
Hey, listeners, tomorrow at work the word hinder into a conversation.
If you're not from the Midwest, you might not even know what that means. It's a butt.
International listeners, we see you out on our stats, except for on Hardcastle and McCormick. Let us know if you're familiar with the word hinder. Engineer Pete, any memories of Alien Nation before Conky does his business?
No.
All right.
I mean, I already said what I remember, just they had weird shaped heads.
Conky, give it to him. There he is. All right, Engineer Pete, what do we got?
Okay. It was a sci-fi police drama.
There's your RoboCop.
Yeah. See?
It was adapted from a 1988 film of the same name.
No way.
Yeah. Like James Caan and like Mandy
James
Patinkin.
Caan?
Yeah.
It was in the theaters.
It was in the theaters. Yeah.
Wow.
James Caan from Godfather?
That one.
What?
I gotta Google this
And
guy.
Elf?
Yeah, that would be the same guy.
Melmac?
So, anyhow, this movie that none of us remember apparently somebody was like, let's turn this into a TV show. It aired one season on Fox.
Yeah.
22 episodes.
Sounds like a Fox show. Let me just come right out and say
89 to 90. And this was very early in Fox. And I'm going to say Fox maybe didn't have their shit together yet.
Sure.
And they ran out of money. And this show ended very abruptly after season 1.
Okay.
Season 1 ended with a cliffhanger because they were planning on doing season 2. And then they pulled the plug.
That's the worst. That's the worst kind of season finale.
Especially if you were a fan of the show.
Oh my gosh.
So, there was enough of a fan base that 4 years later they released 5 TV films that basically kind of picked up where the series ended.
Like a miniseries type
Sort
thing?
of, yeah. Like movies or, I don't know. Yeah, TV films.
Are they called the X-Files?
No, they are not. They are not. But so the show, John, you actually had a lot of it. It was in the sort of near future from that time period, but basically a flying saucer crashes in the desert. Containing a race of extraterrestrials. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It was dumb. They were fleeing slavery on their home planet.
Oh, okay.
And so then they come to Earth, and they're referred to as the newcomers, and they're basically accepted, I use that term loosely, as immigrants. A lot of the plot lines dealt with, I can't really say racism, but parallels to racism and
creationism,
bigotry.
Bigotry, okay, good.
Bigotry against them that they encounter. Some people accept them, some people do not. But yeah, I don't know enough about this plot to say how exactly they got, they were like real estate agents and all this other shit, like right off the boat or ship as it was, but there they were. So they were like humanoid, kind of like people, but with like bigger heads and supposedly superior strength and intelligence.
Huh.
And the show follows a detective. He's an LA cop.
The alien.
And his partner is a newcomer. And
that's the best term they could come up with.
Newcomers.
Look at all the newcomers.
Yeah. And so the aliens faced similar treatment as marginalized groups, and it's a weird premise, really weird. And apparently the newcomers, like their Earth names, were assigned by immigration officials who, in some cases, you could tell didn't really give a shit because the partner's name was Samuel Francisco. Sam Francisco.
Oh, come on.
And the detective did not want to work with Sam Francisco, so he just called him George.
Jeez.
The police department janitor's name was Albert Einstein.
And he's also a newcomer?
He's a newcomer, yeah. His name was assigned by an immigration officer.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Also in Germany, the show was called Space Cop LA.
Now that's what I'm talking
like
about.
That.
Space Cop LA.
I love it.
Yes. And the detective also had in his apartment complex, a neighbor who was a newcomer. That was his on again, off again girlfriend.
Boom chicka bum bum.
I don't know how that worked.
They must have.
They must have similar parts.
They must have parts that work together, or they, people get creative.
People get creative.
They were superior beings of strength and intelligence.
Yeah, they would have figured something out.
You can always figure something out.
Yep.
Yeah. So the song,
Oh yeah.
much like last week, not a lot of info on this. There's 3 people credited basically on the soundtrack of the show. I don't know who specifically worked on the theme song or if it was a collaborative effort. There's Steve Dorff, David Kurtz, and Larry Herbstritt.
Okay.
Herbstritt.
Kent Herbeck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dorff wrote the music for As Long as We Got Each Other.
Dorff on golf.
As long as
Dorff
we
on
what?
Golf. Steve Dorff on Golf wrote the music for As Long as We Got Each Other for Growing Pains.
And he
Oh.
wrote this.
He was one of the 3 that are listed.
I'm up.
Yeah.
And David Kurtz, he worked on Charles in Charge, amongst other
Okay.
things.
Jeepers. 2 heavy hitters.
And I believe in this theme song there's going to be some talking in the Tanktonese language.
You mean a sci-fi show that has talking in the intro?
Yeah,
man.
and
in an alien language.
so the alien language, they just took English words and sung them or said them
In
backwards.
newcomer ease?
And some of the language is also inspired by Russian as well.
Okay.
So yeah, these people learned English very quickly,
Superior intellect.
became
It's true.
Professionals, integrated into our society, except
Janitors,
for when they were
police officers.
not allowed into businesses and people protested them and whatnot.
Interesting.
Alien Nation. So, just to confirm, Growing Pains, Charles in Charge.
Yes. Now we've had heavy hitters on the song composers that, like Square Pegs being one example. We were like, there is some good background on these writers, and that song was not a favorite.
That was not a
American
favorite.
Gladiators was another. American
Oh yeah,
Gladiators.
that's from the guy who wrote the Rocky theme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
Then he
Hoyt hasn't always come through.
Correct.
Then he phoned in American Gladiators. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
it's got a chance,
Right. But even the best songwriters have some shit songs.
Yeah.
and then they get put on one season on Fox.
Imagine the fans of Alien Nation tuning in to catch season 1 or season 2, like they got left at the cliffhanger and they tune in to find season 2's episode 1 and they get hit with Married with Children.
That's a win.
They probably had a subscription to TV Guide that gave them a little warning.
Warning. Yeah.
Like, damn it, Alien Nation is not
Alien
coming back
Nation,
for
yeah.
season 2.
And do you guys remember, speaking of TV Guide, because we would get TV Guide, but not every week.
Yeah.
And the Sunday paper came with a shitty version of a TV Guide.
Yes.
It was it was one of the Sunday inserts.
Correct. Yeah.
And some weeks my parents wouldn't get the TV Guide because they were like, it went up 5 cents. We're not getting this thing. And then you had the shitty free version from the Sunday paper.
Correct. That you had to keep around all week.
Oh,
Because otherwise you wouldn't know it was on Thursday, right?
I really liked TV Guide.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. You'd buy it at the grocery store.
Yeah, 79 cents.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Hey, that should be our retirement plan. The podcast, maybe not. What if we make a TV Guide?
Because so many people are watching network TV and not streaming things.
We might have to rethink this plan.
Did TV Guide have articles that went along with the actual TV Guide?
Yeah, the first
Couple pages.
the first tenth of it,
Yeah.
there was like a soap opera section, a sitcom section with little
Yeah.
human interest stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all we could offer. Because most TVs, you just press the guide button and it basically tells you.
So maybe we just need to make a digital version of it where we're just telling people.
Maybe we need to make TV like our own. Forget it.
Maybe we should listen to this song.
Hey, we got the Charles in Charge guy. We got the Growing Pains guy. I think this is going to
Good
be a
stuff.
big old winner.
Alienation?
Bring it.
Oh God, this is it.
Sometimes all you need is a note. I feel like it's setting a scene.
Right.
Right? Like, I'm excited. I'm interested.
All right.
Now, again, with Heathcliff and other things, including Press Your Luck, and, when there's something happening that's not music and you're just listening to it, it's going to seem stupid.
It's like when my sister recorded Days of Our Lives on a boombox.
That probably made more sense, though. It's the weird dialogue. You're like, oh, yeah, that's...
Boom. It's foreboding.
True. It seems like
scene in California's Mojave.
This is setting the scene. This
Yeah.
is good. This is high quality shit.
yeah. I was gonna say it seems that they are setting a scene.
We're getting a montage of news reporting
Yeah.
from the Mojave
And
Desert.
trying to give you an unsettled feeling.
Yeah.
Desert 5 years ago. Our historic first view of the newcomer's ship.
Does it sound like they're reporting the news 5 years later?
Yes.
They finally got around to it. By the way, there's aliens here. One of them's name is San Francisco, and he works for the LAPD, and the other one's name is Albert Einstein. He keeps our schools clean.
Yeah.
And one of them is banging one in his apartment.
This is Morley Safer with 60 Minutes. I'm here with Albert Einstein. Tell me about the buckets. The cleaning buckets, Albert.
Yeah, that.
Theirs was a slave ship carrying 250,000 beings bred to adapt and lay.
250,000?
Okay, so if we want to talk about things I would have gotten wrong, if you'd have been like, approximately how many newcomers were there?
I was going to guess 800 or something
I was
like
going to
that.
guess like 20.
How big was this ship?
Apparently, space technology is a little advanced.
250,000? Is that like Green Bay?
Or is it like, what were those things? Shrinky Dinks. Remember Shrinky Dinks?
Oh, where are we going here?
Wasn't that what you put Shrinky Dinks? That you
Yeah, you
like
put 'em in the
put them on a? Is that you put on a shirt and they expanded?
John's
Or
question was more legit, though. Where are we going?
Land the plane, Chief.
Shrinky Dinks.
Yeah.
Are you proposing that the ship somehow shrunk the people to fit them inside, and then
The reverse. They came in as small beings, and when they crossed the threshold of the Earth's surface,
Yeah, that's very possible.
once they breathed the oxygen of Earth, they expanded into larger
Okay.
beings.
So you're saying they're really big and they got little?
It was like a bag of nerd clusters that came into Earth and then suddenly expanded.
What's in that beer of yours?
I'm gonna say they were regular size. They just had a really big ship.
hey, Ryan, what's in your glass this week? Ayahuasca.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to need another one for this, though.
It was a slave ship, and there's 250,000 people in it. And
I'm
landed in a
picturing their
desert.
car looking like, or their ship looking like Riff Raff's Cadillac on Heathcliff.
Yeah, probably like that. Turned into a boat when it needed to.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes a jet ski for 250,000 people.
It's a lot.
Playing Jimmy Buffett tunes.
Really
Yeah.
long jet ski. Yep.
Bobo drinks.
Labor in any environment. But they've washed ashore on Earth with no way to get back to where they came from.
Well, I know. Did they fly in, or did they sail in? They washed
Did say
ashore?
washed ashore.
Yeah.
I think he's using a metaphor.
Okay, because the Mojave Desert, right?
Yeah, there's no shore involved. They landed in a desert. They washed a sand.
Some factual discrepancies right off the bat here. I just have
He's
to
using
say.
some creative license to weave
Okay.
a tale.
Well, tone it down, Cronkite.
Yeah.
And in the last 5 years, the newcomers have become the latest addition to the population of Los Angeles.
They're all in L.A.
They're all in L.A.
Oh.
That's a lot of
It's an influx.
for
lot of
one
it-
city to absorb.
Yeah.
Even a city the size of L.A. That's a pretty big bump.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, keep
How'd
it
they
coming.
get from the desert to L.A.?
Buses.
I mean, I think people saw the ship coming or something, and there's
I think they sent out some buses.
Had to be pretty big.
Big buses. Well, they're
Big
little. They were
buses.
shrunk.
Shrinky Dink buses.
Shrink.
That once they entered California, they grew.
Once they got off the sand of the desert.
Okay.
Is this it? This is it?
I think this is our song. We should be paying attention now.
It's very percussive. I feel like I'm at the Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney
I
World.
was just gonna say it has a jungle feel, to it.
So, listeners, I have a cat, and we just heard the sound of a piano, and my weird ass cat is upstairs
Playing.
when the rest of my family is asleep. We record these late at night, running on the piano.
I love it.
I was pretty confused there for a second.
Me too.
I was trying to figure out which piece of equipment was malfunctioning.
As if this episode couldn't get any weirder. My cat is playing the piano as my family sleeps.
It's like little Richard up there.
He's still playing. Oh, good Lord.
Unbelievable.
He's pretty good.
It's a beautiful melody.
All right.
Poor. Oh, God. All right, keep it coming. Alien Nation. Piano cat. Let's try to predict what they're saying. We take your souls. Maybe?
I heard something about farts.
So, again, I think this is
Newcomer?
nonsense.
Newcomerese?
Yeah. And I think that is what they're maybe going for, is some type of, not unearthly, but foreign
language-ish.
Now
I was going to say the music as well, like the...
Yeah.
I feel like, a handful of albums start this way, and then it kicks into the song, right?
Yeah.
So is the song going to kick in, or are we
That'd
just...
be great.
Anytime.
That would help them out a lot.
Yeah, anytime now.
Bring it, guys, bring it.
Oh, are we sure this is not a production of Lion King? 'Cause this is what it's starting to sound like.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
even more Lion King-esque. That was pretty good, guys.
So why does their music sound Lion King-esque?
Or is this from Return of the Jedi?
Oh, Ewok?
Yeah,
Playing
this
skulls.
is like Ewok. This is like the Ewok celebration.
Yub-nub.
Yeah.
Yub nub. Jipapa yub nub.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Are they playing those drums on Stormtrooper helmets?
Yes. I hope so.
Oh, I said skulls. It was Stormtrooper.
The helmets.
Boy.
And we thought Hardcastle and McCormick was our...
Oh boy.
This is
It still could kick in.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
time.
Any
There's
minute
time.
now.
I feel like this has been a 3-minute song already, but it's probably
Just keeps
not.
going.
It is a long intro. I will say that.
That's good. So
Is it about to get better?
Jeez.
I used to listen in high school to a bit of industrial music, like
Okay.
Ministry, KMFDM, Revolting Cocks, Pigface. It feels like it's channeling that a little bit, but not well.
Okay.
There's an atmospheric thing going on here, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem appropriate for a show.
It just sounds bad.
It's not good.
Okay.
I'm still holding out.
I'm hoping the visual will help.
It's going to kick in. Show me that smile. New boy in the neighborhood.
That's newcomer in the neighborhood.
As long as we got each other.
I feel like this.
This is so Lion King. It's
Right. And it sounds to me like a whole big production. This doesn't sound like one or two guys in the studio. Like, there's a couple people. There's like several people singing. There's like a whole orchestra of instrumentation.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a
lot going on here.
It's like a
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See my mind.
yeah.
That's John trying to get the podcast sued by Disney.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Jesus,
What
just
the
keeps
hell's going on here?
A lot of just drums and chanting. Also,
Chanting, yeah.
it does cut to a scene for like a second.
Okay.
That's good.
But-
Not like real useful, but
Wow.
No, how much longer have we got on this?
it's too much,
Oh, sure.
but not much.
Okay.
Not much, but more than necessary.
That's the girl in the apartment who's banging the L.A. cop. No.
I don't know. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh.
What? Do you want more?
Sweet mercy.
That's the ending?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the freaking song.
I have to say,
Should we vote?
really, of all the songs that we've listened to, this one seems to me to make the least of, like, I have no idea what I'm about to see,
Agreed.
and I hope that it will make more sense once I see something, because it made no sense.
No. Well, we got nothing left to do
I don't
but
think it's gonna make sense. It's just background music.
Well, if it's shit, it's just shit, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean,
it's
that
not
might
telling
be-
a story. It's not setting anything up. It's just like kind of setting a tone of like an alien thing that sounds a lot like a Disney African.
Yeah.
all right.
Here we go.
All right. Buckle up.
All right.
So it's very Star Trek looking.
Yes, correct. So we got some planet. I'm guessing Earth, or what they think is Earth, and it looks like the title is about to.
It's like it starts out in the alien script and is it going to merge into
Yeah.
our alphabet?
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right. Oh, sure enough, it starts. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Red and blue or red and black. You know.
Yeah, well, they're moving to the U.S., so they got a little bit of the U.S. colors there.
Oddly enough, pretty common with what we. Usually it's the title with the home, the like house behind it. Here, the home would be Earth, right? So.
And what's the German name? L.A. Hot Rod Party Friend?
Yes.
Heimenschneider.
Space Cop LA. Space Cop.
Oh, their ship. It looks like a plate.
Sure, there's like your
Flying saucer.
type film for
Flying
that.
saucer. They didn't get real creative on that one at all.
Not Riff Raff's Cadillac.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, there's no way 250,000 people,
There's nothing
Newcomers.
for scale though.
You're calling
unless
both.
they're shrinky dinked. They've got to be shrinky dinked.
You know what? They probably have the technology. They like all are in like one like person shaped pod, and they're just stacked.
That's what
in
I'm
there.
saying. They're in like it's like nerd
No, you
cluster
were
bag.
saying they were shrunk and they expanded.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're full size, but they're just packed very tightly.
Or what were those things that you'd put in the tub? Right, they were small. And you put
Those
them in
foam
the tub.
things?
Yeah, and then they'd expand.
Like
and-
the sponges?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Sponge
That's what the
friends.
newcomers were. Get them wet like a gremlin, and they.
Okay.
That
They
was the
multiply.
scene in California's Mojave Desert 5 years ago. Our historian
Look at that guy. He's got a little camera, a little
Is
belly.
5 years ago supposed to be 1974? What the hell is this?
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're at a footage from like a Grateful
first
Dead
view of
concert.
the newcomer's ship. Theirs was a slave ship carrying a quarter
Was that Michael Myers in the background? Did you see that, or is that supposed to be one of the newcomers?
million beings bred to adapt and labor in any
Did you see him kick the tire right
I
there?
did see them kicking.
What the hell is going? And why are they? That's the newcomer, right? Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, we're not getting a lot of clarity yet.
People in space don't have hair. Is one thing I've learned.
environment. But they've washed ashore
Oh, good lord! Now I could see you had mentioned very early. You said you saw like a preview and it freaked you out. If I saw this, I would be freaked out.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah,
The red sweater, particularly.
I mean, it's like bad. I don't know, production or makeup wise, but it's also so bad that it's scary. It's almost like Texas Chainsaw Massacre scary.
Agreed.
on Earth with no way to get back to where they came from. And in the last 5 years,
Are they at school there?
Hold on a second. You're trying to tell me people of superior being and minds couldn't figure out how to get back to their...
They were escaping slavery.
They were escaping.
They were escaping
home
slavery,
back.
so they probably had to steal the ship itself.
And they had to get off their planet.
But he just told us they couldn't figure out how to get back. There's
All
no
right.
way to get back.
They don't want to go back. They were slaves on their own planet.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Does it? Are you sure, Ryan?
Well, they were Shrinky Dinks back in the old planet, so...
The newcomers have become the
Rambo 6?
Rambo
Oh,
6.
because as Pete said, it's in
the future.
Near future.
Near future.
Yeah.
How
latest
high did
addition
Rambo go?
to the population of Los Angeles.
3?
No, there's there's Rambo 3 is in Afghanistan, but then they made one in like the 2000. There's 1 or 2 in the 2000s where he's
Good.
back. It's actually not that bad. It's not good.
Take your word for it.
But not good, but not terrible.
There he is. So there's the top of their
I
noggin.
see. I'm going to tell you right now, I recognize that.
His glasses don't look like they fit his head very well.
Yeah.
This is Detective we're talking about?
Yeah.
So
That's San Francisco.
Oh, San
you did a
Francisco.
pretty good job of describing that. You had like a, there's like a tattooer head, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of like a...
Looks like the pattern that'd be on a dinosaur egg.
Yes.
Well put.
That's well put.
yeah.
All right, keep it coming.
Let's not drag this out any longer than we have to.
Oh, there's Gary Graham.
And I recognize him.
Talk about, I went to high school with that guy. Look at that feathered hair.
Exactly.
That was 6 out of 10 guys
Absolutely.
in my high school.
Absolutely.
Especially like 2 years ahead of me.
Yeah. It's because that mullet, that was the styled mullet.
The
then.
part down the middle, the feather, the mullet, give
Yeah.
that guy a shitty mustache and some acne, and he is
Oh, yeah.
ready for high school. These aliens are fascinating.
Eric Pierpoint. That's the newcomer's name.
All right. Oh. Anytime you remove eyebrows, it's a weird look.
I agree.
I went to high school with some guys who got a little banged up one weekend and shaved each other's eyebrows off.
Did they grow back?
They did. But like for
Took
a
a while.
solid month, like they looked like these guys.
Yeah.
It's possible they were watching Alien Nation,
I agree.
maybe drinking a bottle of cough syrup, and they shaved off each other's eyebrows. But
Wow.
yeah, it's a weird look.
Yeah.
Unsettling.
It's unsettling.
What's interesting about the show is these people are very human-like, despite being.
Yeah, it's almost like Fox didn't have a big enough budget.
Uh-huh.
Keep it coming. Oh, the kids are extra weird.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
I don't even want to stop it. I just want to fast forward it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. There's a doctor alien.
Yeah, somehow, like I said, they're so smart. This one became a surgeon
right.
Yeah.
within 5 years, and people trust that surgeon.
Ooh. They're flying kites in the park. There's Punky Brewster. This is terrible.
Yeah. God, he looks like one of these.
Gary Sinise.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. Looks bad. I don't know.
I don't know. We can probably stop here, right?
Ron Fessler. He looks like the mayor of L.A.
He could be a game show host.
So, yeah. What else is happening?
What do you guys have for dinner tonight?
Yeah,
So bad.
he gets angry and he's punching his car.
This is horrible. I love it. Is he at the bar? Down on his luck?
So we get the title again at the very end, Alienation, like we forgot because
The
intro
song
was
is so long, you would forget.
Is it going to fade back into alien lingo?
Good question.
No, that would have been smart if it did. Wow. Well, folks,
Whew.
for those of you who are still listening, why? Why are you still listening?
If I had a choice,
Well,
I would not still.
as we say at the beginning, we analyze all
Yeah.
shows.
Oof.
Even if we didn't know it was one.
That's the worst one we've done.
I was going to say, like, this is a race to the bottom. I can't think of one that's worse than
Give
that.
me the Smurfs 7 days a week. Over there.
Absolutely.
Twice on Sundays.
Twice on Sundays. Heathcliff, bring it.
Well, there are at least songs. I don't know what this was.
I mean, it's background music on a theme show ride, or a theme park ride.
Yeah.
I would rather take me on any ride. I don't need to. The visuals didn't do anything. It was
Everything about it was bad.
yeah.
Yeah. If it would have been 20 seconds,
Better.
better.
Well, we should vote on this, guys.
Yeah, we should
Yes.
really just let people know what we actually think.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan?
Triple Michelle.
You're in big trouble, mister. You're in big trouble, mister.
Give him one more.
You're in big trouble, mister.
Pete?
You're in big trouble, mister.
I'll go double Michelle.
You're in big trouble, mister. You're in big trouble, mister.
Well,
It's bad.
Thanks, Alien Nation.
holy smokes. There's a couple of things that happened on this episode that I think we knew we were going to be getting this. We were excited. We were talking about the songwriters for this.
What
Could
the
only be
hell
let
did they
down.
do? They were just like, I'm supposed to believe these composers wrote the drum sequence.
Here's I'm picturing. These three guys are they're recent. They've become parents in the last 3 or 4 years, and they're all partying together, and Lion King's playing in the background.
There you go.
And they're like, we got to write a theme for that damn Alien show. And maybe they're 5-6 beers deep, and then they go in the basement to the little studio, and they're like, let's do it like that Lion King movie.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's
Could be. Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. It's too bad. I'm glad that Alienation was only one season.
Plus 5 miniseries.
Who are these folks that watch this show and that watch the TV show, like miniseries or
The
whatever? that
TV
came
movies,
back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the show's good.
The plots might be what is more important than just the theme show. The theme song.
I think my plot of the show is better than what could I like
The Shrinky Dinks.
the Shrinky Dink.
Yeah. You have to watch an episode now, Ryan, to find out if the Shrinky Dink is true.
I like the idea of Ryan watching an episode of this.
I wonder how hard it will be to find one of these episodes.
Guys, I want to clean things up a little bit because we got a bad taste in our mouth. As some listeners know, we have been taking shows that get 3 thumbs up and deciding whether or not they're all-time mega super awesome songs.
Yeah.
So anonymous statistician has told me there are 17 that need further comparison that have gotten 3 thumbs up
Okay.
to decide whether they're super mega bigs. Let's do 3 or 4 right now.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
Golden Girls. So you either give it a yes or a no. Is it a super mega big awesome all-time greatest theme song type of a song?
Yes.
I would say yes.
Yes. Boom. Throw that in your stats, anonymous statistician. Saved by the Bell.
It's a no for me, dog.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
I'd give it a yes.
I'd give it a yes.
DuckTales.
No.
Oh, I was going to say hell yeah.
You sure?
I think so. I like it's a great song.
Danger
it's
lurks
not an old-timer,
behind
though.
you. There's a stranger
Duck Blur.
out to find.
Duck Blur.
Man, you sure about that? Gosh. Facts of Life.
No.
Whoa! We gotta take back these votes.
We got to get a new host.
Facts of Life, which was in our final 2.
That was a mistake.
We're gonna vote on that one
I
again.
don't. I'm not a fan of you today, Ryan.
Yeah, with your Shrinky Dinks, we're re-voting on DuckTales and hold on, I'm retyping Ducks of Life DuckTales.
Ducks of life.
All right, we're at 50 minutes. Does anybody have any questions?
Questions? No.
Anonymous statistician wanted some questions at the end.
I know.
How did Alien Nation get on this show?
We, according to John in the intro, love everything.
All right, I've got one. If you could turn any 1980s TV show into a board game, what would it be? You don't have to give me any details, but just we can put some pieces together.
Well, I'd go with Three's Company.
Yeah,
You have good places. You have the apartment. You've got
Regal Beagle,
the Regal Beagle, right? And you got
Ropers.
Furley. Yeah,
Furley,
you can be
Ropers,
Furley.
yeah.
You can be the different characters.
All right.
Square Pegs just sounds like a board game
I
name.
agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, and you got to maybe get to the
Navigate,
navigate through high school.
Get to the
school,
prom
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
get invited somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Alien Nation. No. What would be a good game show? Or I mean, board game. Maybe Webster.
Webster. Imagine when you get to the part where you go to the hidden clock. Remember how the clock opened up?
Yes,
And it
of
was,
course.
Yeah. So you'd find like the hiding spot. And it would be like Chutes and Ladders, and you'd like go to the clock, and you'd end up in a different part of the board.
The Papadopoulos house.
The Papadopoulos. house, yeah.
Papadopoulos is.
Oh.
Good one.
All right, hold on one sec.
So, Ryan, what other bad opinions do you have today?
Well, there's a reason that 40 to 50% of mine are.
As anonymous statistician said, what a dick. We love you anyway. All right. Well, Alien Nation. That was something else, team. It was no press your luck, I'll tell you that much.
No.
Well, if you disagree with us, you are definitely wrong.
What do you think will have a higher rating?
This or
Alien Nation
Hardcastle?
or Hardcastle and McCormick?
Probably Hardcastle.
We're about to find out. We're entering our all-time rating slump.
Yes.
Sweet.
Until next week, listener, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
And you are listening to the Super 80s Podcast Friend, where the towels are hers and Albert Einstein's.
You can depend on us. It's the Super 80s podcast.